Hello Bulldogs, this is Kyle Carlson.
And I'm Margaret Maurer.
Welcome to your BNN News Show. This week we'll be showing you more on the football LIFT-A-THON,
boys basketball sectionals,
and dance marathon.
All this and more on your Bulldog News Network.
On Monday, March 2nd, the Columbus North football team participated in the annual LIFT-A-THON, a weightlifting and performance competition. A couple weeks prior, 8 upperclassmen drafted players to form 8 squads. Throughout the month, the team has also been collecting donations to garner funds for new equipment. Here's Darren Ayala to tell you more.
BNN sat down with Coach Bless and football player Isaac Woodruff to talk about the annual LIFT-A-THON.
So this is our annual weightlifting competition that we do in the off season. It goes along with our football fundraiser. So we like to have some fun. You know, we've been training hard in the weight room all winter long, and here's an opportunity to see our gains in a contest format.
Some of the skills that are required for certain events, like power clean, you have to have a lot of hand-eye cord movement. It's definitely a lot of practicing with where you take the bar. You have to also have explosiveness through your legs. For squat, that's equally the same amount. You also have to have power for that. It's pretty much just all power and hand-eye cord movement that really pushes you to do these lifts well.
Tonight we're going to test 4 events, and these are events that we train in the weight room and weight training class and in our after-school SAQ program. The squat to measure lower body strength, the bench press to measure upper body strength, the power clean, which measures full body strength and explosiveness, and the 40-yard dash, which measures sprinting speed.
Coach Bless then explains how the teams were arranged for the event.
I assigned 8 squad captains who are team leaders within our team, and then at that point we had a team draft. So the 8 captains and I met in the athletic conference room with a list of their entire football team, and kind of like the NFL draft, you know, someone had the first pick, the second pick, and so forth, and we kept going until our 8 captains had 8 players apiece, so we have 64 total 8-person teams.
This is Darren Ayala reporting for BNN.
The Columbus North boys basketball team is set to face number 1 ranked Bloomington South in the semifinal round of sectionals tonight at 7:30. The last matchup between the two teams ended with a 63-48 loss for Columbus North. Boys basketball players discussed their thoughts on the sectional with BNN.
BNN sat down with freshman Cooper Horn and senior Casper Clark to talk about how they have been preparing for this week's sectionals.
We've been doing a lot of scouting over B South, kind of defensive, offensive, and then a lot of drills, kind of honing our skills.
Coach has really picked up the intensity over the past week.
Really, there's a lot to be excited about. Of course, a loss would damper that, but I don't really think about that. My hopes are to win sectionals and then advance to the next round, but taking it one game at a time, I think.
It's been a great season so far and great leaders all around, and it's just been a really fun time with this team.
This is Joseph Rye reporting for BNN.
Students that go to school in the Bartholomew County area have had the opportunity to participate in Dance Marathon every year. This year, the event began at 8 p.m. on Saturday, February 29th, and concluded the next morning, March 1st at 6 a.m. The event is to benefit Turning Point in raising awareness for dating and domestic violence. Dance Marathon participants and committee members sat down with BNN to discuss the event.
BNN sat down with Dance Marathon attendee Hunter Savage and committee member Emma Weatherall to learn more about Dance Marathon.
I got involved with Dance Marathon because my brother told me about it, and I didn't know it really existed until he came home and asked me, "Yo, are you going to Dance Marathon?"
Last year I was on the regular committee because my friends were doing it, so I just decided to join, and then I ended up getting really passionate about it. So this year I was part of the executive committee, and yeah, so I just kind of got jumped into it, but then I gained more passion as I kept working.
The goal of Dance Marathon was to spread awareness for abusive relationships and to call them out and stop it, you know? Because nobody likes an abusive relationship. The theme was, I believe, ocean or like the sea kind of. So like sharks and beach and stuff like that.
Emma Weatherall discusses some of the activities that took place during the event.
This year we did a Nerf battle, so it was like glow in the dark, and we had like glow in the dark obstacles and like black lights, so that was fun. I think it's really fun, and it's also important to raise awareness for domestic violence, and yeah, it's important to help others, and it's a fun event, so like it's fun for everyone to go. There's a lot to do for everyone. There's like sets of like bigger prizes they give out every hour, and then there's also like smaller prizes they give out every hour, and anyone that goes is eligible to win. So like this year they gave away like AirPods and a new speaker, a new blender. They gave away 3 scholarships for $2,000. So those are really big prizes, and they had smaller prizes like hydro flasks and like hammocks, weighted blankets, stuff like that.
The optional donation items collected upon admission have been donated in order to benefit Turning Point. This is Zeb Gibson reporting for BNN.
That's it for today, Bulldogs. This is Kyle Carlson.
And I'm Margaret Maurer. Have a great weekend.